Okay, so if everybody wants to mute themselves, that would be awesome. Which I think everybody is muted. All right, I'm recording. That's great. Okay, so this meeting is just our Team Fire little huddle, right? We have our super big meetings, which are really fun because you guys get fantastic trainings from the directors, the upper level directors. Stacy and Jody are usually the ones that are doing those. And yeah, so they're really fun and they're really great, and we get all that big recognition and all of that. But I like to have a time where we come together, just our little family, and we have some time, and so that we can encourage each other, we can get to know each other a little bit, right? And just kind of like we just did. And that way you guys know who you're working with as a team, and we can encourage each other. I'm loving our booking blitz with our fireballs that Jeannie started, Jeannie started, and it's just so much fun. So I am loving that. Our numbers, you guys, are going up every day. When I check, our numbers are going up, and it's like amazing, and it just makes my heart happy. I just wanted to say something real quick. Sometimes I get emotional, so don't, hold me, whatever. But one thing that I wanted to say, and I was telling Faith this at the very beginning of the month, when I was looking at all of our numbers and everything was coming through and stuff, I'm like, this team, to me personally, has, yes, thank you, Amy Lynn, has just like, you guys inspire me. Each of you inspire me to work my business harder and persist through all of the struggles, push through the no's and everything. Because I remember talking to Jenny and Jeannie, actually. Jeannie started April with every single one of her parties canceling for April because of this whole COVID thing. Nobody wanted to have a party. Nobody wanted to do anything. She started with every single party canceling. And Jenny was struggling to get parties on her calendar. I remember, and we were just talking through, and Amy Lynn was struggling with getting parties on her calendar. And it was just a struggle that everyone was having. And their numbers that they submitted by the end of April, I was like, shut up. And their parties that they had going through, I mean, just the tenacity that you guys all have to push through. I know I talked to Deidre a lot about booking and just dealing with the objectives that you were getting and pushing through and going for the no, and 1 out of 10 and 30 contacts a day I was doing with everyone. I don't know if you guys can see this chat. Ooh. Jenny said, I beat Amy Lynn. That was my goal. She did too. So, oh my gosh, but I was just bragging on the fact that you guys go for the positive. You don't sit in the negative, which me personally was a struggle I had to overcome because I am a natural pessimist. And I really struggled with overcoming that pessimism and just turning it positive. But as soon as I did, my business exploded, and I was able to see my business in a way that I never had before. And people started seeing that in me. I think that's how I see it. And the way that I used my words with people was different. And the way that I went for bookings, I wasn't using desperation language, which we're hearing a lot in our trainings. I turned my vision to helping others instead of how others could help me. And that just started to become natural. And it was like every single time I changed one thing or my mindset changed, things exploded. And then I was working on something new. And once I grasped it and I felt that click, I was like, oh my gosh, then my business exploded more. So I applaud all of you for pushing through, sticking with it, and not giving up. And I've been talking with Lori a lot. She went through, she's had a lot of stuff happening with selling her house, having to move into a hotel, then the COVID, then her husband had a heart attack, then, he had to have surgery, and now they're in this extreme isolation because of his health and not being able to see their kids. But she hasn't given up. And you guys, I have been bragging on you to all of the people, because you guys are probably the most stick to it team that I have seen. And and I love our family. You guys know that I talk to you guys about us being a family, and we're close knit, and I don't like the word team and I don't like the word tribe, but we are a family. So I put team in front of our team name, thinking that it sounded a little bit better than putting it after. So Team Fire, we are that, on fire, and we are blazing through our trails. And yes, we are a village, Amy Lynn. Love it. Love that. And I just love all of the encouragement that we see. When you guys have an idea or something that's going on in your party and it is working for you, post about it on that Team Fire page, because someone else may be struggling in the same area or need help with that. Go live on the team page. That is not my page. That is our page. That is our team page. Go do the things, say all the stuff that's working for you. I know we're posting when we get a booking. That's super exciting. But, if you're having a conversation with someone about the business, and you can share your screenshot there, say, hey, I need help with this. Is there anybody that knows how to respond to this? You can totally always, of course, send it to me too, but we learn from each other. I'm in a fast track to director series right now that I had put out a few weeks ago, and we're like 3 or 4 weeks in with some of you team members, and I learned from each of those trainings. Like, I learned stuff tonight in the training right before this meeting, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something like that. So there's always something to learn, right? Okay, so enough of that. I just wanted to tell you guys that you inspire me on a regular basis. Every single time I go at you and I'm like, okay, well, have you tried this? Yes, I tried this, but I'm not giving up. Like, when you guys say I'm not giving up, that makes my heart warm. I think, oh, that is amazing, because if I were them, I probably would have given up. But I am so glad that you're not, and I'm glad that we have each other to keep sharpening each other, right? Okay, I'm going to be done with that now, because I could go on all night just praising all of you for all of those things. Okay, so if you guys were part of I know it's a little bit confusing. Oh shoot, I didn't get you guys your punch cards before. I'll get them out. I'll probably get your punch cards to you tomorrow. But punch cards I wanted to talk about a little bit. For those of you who don't know what they are, you get a punch card for attending one of the punches on there is attending the big Zoom meeting. Okay, well, right now we have 2 big Zoom meetings, and we have our huddle. So the first Tuesday that we're doing Zoom now, that was last week, that is usually a live team meeting, live organization meeting, where anybody that's local to the Portland, Vancouver area, we go and we have a meeting live, and that's when all that recognition happens and all of that, which is why I started the Team Huddle, because I wanted to make sure that you guys had a part in those kinds of things. So on the punch card, when you see that, the big team meeting, that is the 3rd Monday Zoom. So that will be next Monday. Okay, and I know it's a lot of meetings, and I totally understand if you guys can't make it, but if you can make it to this one and the 3rd Monday, I would be happy if you could make it to those, just because I go over our recognition again here. I will start doing that they do on the Tuesday meeting, and so if you can't make that one, that's okay. But then the 3rd Monday meeting, you definitely want to be at, because that's when you get your punch, because that's a bigger training time, and the trainings are always good. Okay, so you get punches for multiple different things. Everybody should have a punch card. Sally, Audrey, I'm pretty sure I sent you one, but I may not have, and if I didn't, I apologize. I will make sure that you guys get yours. But of course, yours will probably not have punches. I know Sally's won't yet because she just started this month. And then Audrey, I'm not sure. I'll have to look because I know you started very end of April and I'm not sure. So I'll have to look, but I will get those out to you guys. I'm going to actually make myself a note. Where's my pencil? Oh my gosh, I don't have my pencil. Oh, I hate using pens, you guys, seriously. I'll write it on something different. That's not something that I want to write on pencil. Okay. And I always say that I try to keep these shorts, but you guys know me better than that by now. Okay, punch cards. All right, great. So I'll get those to you guys. So recognition real quick. I have been really trying hard on Saturdays to do our recognition. And of course it happened Monday this week. Just kind of up through that week, things that have happened or occurred, or if, you know, we have new green team members. For those of you who aren't new, green means you're active, which is $150 in sales in one given month, which is what we all strive for. And because it guarantees a paycheck, right? I mean, you get a paycheck regardless, but, or we're not supposed to call it paycheck. We're supposed to call it commission check. Anyway, so that changes you know, when people earn their fast track rewards or they've earned their consultant incentive for the month, whatever, we're always looking, I always want to make sure we're recognizing those things. Or when people add new teammates, they welcome new team members. I really like to recognize that as well. So business builders, do you guys remember what that was? What business builders were? Of course, I didn't write it down. Raise your hand if you're on this call and you were a business builder in April. $12.50 in sales, or 4 parties, or you added a teammate. What was the third one? I forget. Yeah, that one. Okay. Perfect. So it's one of those 3 things. So some people do all of them, some people only get one, but when you are a business builder, you get a gift card from me. I'm doing Amazon right now just because it's easy for me to send. And everything's closed right now-ish. So I just feel like sending something for, I don't know, Dutch Bros or Starbucks or whatever is kind of, I mean, I know they're open, but I don't know. Amazon, I figure, is pretty neutral, right? Who got their Amazon cards for March? Rebecca, and for March. Amazon gift card. Amy Lynn, you got yours, right?
I'm still waiting to receive it.
I sent it to your email.
You sent it to my email?
Yep, I have to email it. Check your email after this.
Okay.
Should be there. I sent it right.
Good, because that'll help pay for the book of the month.
Okay, there you go. There it is. All right, and you get a bonus punch on your card for the book of the month that she's talking about, which I'm going to go over in a second. But I wanted to talk about, I need to find my page that I wrote it down on, our promotions. We had one promotion last month, and that was Jen. Yay, she promoted to senior consultant. So now we have 2 senior consultants on our team, Lori and Jenny. In case other Jeannie watches this, she won't be like, huh, what's going on? Okay, so I'm gonna go over their pay raises, you guys, because as you start growing your team, Pampered Chef rewards you for that, and you get things called overrides. So basically, you're making your own, you're selling, you're still working your business, and this is what makes us different from a lot of other direct sell businesses or those pyramids or MLM or whatever, is that we are required to have our own business. And when we do, and we are selling the product ourselves, and we have teammates that we're helping, Pampered Chef pays us for that. It's like a manager at McDonald's or a manager at Walmart or a manager at any company, right? You get bonuses for how well your team does, and you get a higher pay, right? Okay, so pay raise for Lori. She submitted 1 party, and her commission for that party would have been $92.16, but because she is a senior consultant, she had $31.42 in overrides, making her paycheck go from $92.16 up to $123.58. So yay, Lori, way to go, way to work your business, girl, and get that pay raise. Awesome. And then Jenny, she had 6 parties. Do you guys remember what I said at the beginning, how she was struggling to have parties and keep parties and all of that? She ended up having 6 parties in April, and her commission, she had over $2,000 in sales too on those parties. Her commission for those 6 parties would have been $465.07. But because she is a senior consultant and she was paid as that, she had overrides of $23.71, making her commission go from $465.07 to $488.78. So hooray! That is nothing to sneeze at. Amazing. And I think I was going to tell you guys what mine was, but I don't have it written down. I wonder if I could find, I'm not going to look it up. Anyway, whatever. I think my overrides for helping a director team were, I don't remember, $900 or something. And my sales were over 6,500. I think I had 6,700 in personal sales. And then of course our team, our organization had over $20,000 in sales. So my check would have been around $1,900, $1,969, I think, if I remember correctly, because I kind of remember numbers. But I ended up with like $2,670 was what my paycheck ended up being. So growing your team, you guys, is the way to do it. And I am not lying, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Faith a little bit. She's my director. She was doing like 4 parties a month or something, right? She's an advanced director, which has its own set of stipulations and things. And she was able to stay and be paid as a director. She's going through a time right now. Her husband was laid off, and she has a daughter that's going to be getting married, but she can't have a wedding. And so she's really struggling with all of that right now. But she went through a time where she was doing like 2 to 6 parties maybe a month, and she doesn't use Facebook. She uses a different platform called Squee, which is like a 1-hour live party, but it's not her live, it's live posts. But anyway, different platform. And she was doing great. She was doing okay with that. But it wasn't like whatever. So she started doing Facebook again at the end of April, and she has 4 parties right now, or 3 parties or something. Anyway, between her 3 to 6 parties she has going right now, but she started booking 4 parties a week now, and she's seeing her sales like triple. And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens. I can't even believe it myself. Like, I used to do 8 parties a month. I wanted to do 2 live parties, and then I would do my virtual parties. Sometimes I would do a weekend party or a 3-day party. Sometimes I did 5-day, but my goal was to do 5 parties a month. Okay. I'll post this after, Deidre. You can watch it. You can watch it later. So anyway, yeah. So it was so, I could not even believe how in January, my sales were 2,500. In February, they were like 36. And then in March, I hit 6,000. Or was it February that I hit 6,000? I've had 3 months in a row where I've gotten over 6,000. February, March, April. Yeah. So in February, they were 6,000. And they've just increased because I'm slowly starting to do 4 parties a week. So now I understand where Pampered Chef was like, hey, this is the best way to increase your commission, is to do this. So if you can do it, do it. I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you, oh my gosh, it was just as easy as if you're doing 1 party, you can do 4 parties, because that's not the truth, especially in the beginning. Now I've gotten to a point where 3 parties feels like what 1 party used to. Okay. So I finally have my groove going as to, and that's just happened this week, you guys. I had 4 parties scheduled this week, but we flipped Sally's party. So I've had 3, and she is like a rock star running her own launch party. I'm not even joking. She is like, what? Taken off. So that's exciting. Yes, I am busy. Sorry. So anyway, that is something that I can't even believe happens. So building a team, 4 parties a week, you will see your commission increase significantly. Okay, those 2 things. And I think that was what I wanted to do for those. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys some back office stuff because I've had some questions about certain things. We talked about shipping and how it's 2 weeks behind. I saw somewhere somebody saying that they were working on shipping parties that were submitted the 25th. I think that was yesterday. It may have been today that I saw that, but I think I saw that yesterday. So the 25th of April. So they're working on getting, if you need to get a hold of home office, you guys, their chat wait is about an hour and a half. But I've seen some issues with that where people waited and then they were number 1 in the queue and then they get disconnected or something. I know our team is going to be gracious with home office because we are positive and we understand that they are going through their own issues there. It is not their fault. We all need to be gracious and supportive of them while also letting our customers know that shipping is delayed. I post in my parties right now. About midway through, I just have a post that says, you know, I have a graphic. If you guys want, I can share it on our team page. It's just thank you for your for understanding, and then I have a post that I put that explains about the shipping. Also, when your customers are ordering, there's a pop-up that tells them, just so you know. I heard that too. So when they're ordering, it does notify them that, and their email verification says it. So it's everywhere right now that the shipping is delayed. I have not had one disgruntled customer yet, but I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure people are getting them. So that's just something to, maybe if you're keeping it in the forefront, then that might help combat that or whatever. Okay. All right. Any questions about anything that I just talked about before I start sharing the back office stuff? Questions? Yes, set the expectation, Amy Lynn said. Exactly. I want to make sure there was nothing. Yes, Amy Lynn, you're going to get some of those overrides. Let's do it. All right. Book of the month. Okay, let me tell you guys about that real quick before I forget, because Amy Lynn is being so awesome, reminding me because I forgot the last time. Okay, everybody can see my screen, yes? Yes, okay, excellent. And you guys are going to see all my messages from all my people. Oops, I accidentally keep unmuting Amy Lynn, sorry. All right, okay, I wanted to be able to see all of your guys' faces, so I was playing with something over here. Okay, so I think I have it right here. Nope, that wasn't it. All right, here it is. So we read a book last month that was called The Wisdom of Oz. I listened to my books. But in that book, I'm going to ask who read it or listened to it. Perfect. So I'm going to ask Jenny and Amy Lynn just to kind of tell us one of their takeaways from The Wisdom of Oz real quick. Just go ahead and unmute yourselves and tell us what one takeaway was for you, and then I'll talk about this new book, Wisdom of Walt.
And I read books so fast, and I read them right after you assign them.
Yeah.
I want to say one of my takeaways from it was that like the Tin Man and the Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion, they had within them from the beginning the brain, the heart, and the courage. They just had to tap into it. And I think that was my takeaway, was that, you know, sort of my team name is going to be called Team Heart Doing It Scared, because I find a lot of times I do things scared because I know it's the next right thing to do. And I'm scared. But I find the more I do it when I'm scared, the more comfortable it becomes. And then it's not scary anymore. And then I find the next scary thing to do.
There you
But I think that's my takeaway from the book is that, you have it within you. You just need to learn to believe in yourself, I guess am I making sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll shut up now before I ruin it.
Okay, Jenny, your turn.
So my takeaway had to do with um, the below the line and how you think about things. Um, I actually really like this book because if I get my highlighter out, that means it's a good book.
Woohoo!
Um, and I've got highlights all over it. So one of the things is it says what it means to be below the line. So what does it mean to be below the line? It simply means to have a mindset that allows you to stay stuck, a victim of your circumstances. To reside below the line means you have stopped trying to overcome the obstacles and have decided that the solution lies beyond you, out of your control, that someone else will need to solve the problem for you. Um, so he talks about how um, they had a situation with their job where they weren't going to be getting any new product in. And he has like all these people under him and they're like all freaking out. So he gets them together for a meeting and he's like, okay, we got half an hour. I think it was a half an hour. I might have been wrong about that. But you got this certain amount of time to just complain, get it all out of your system. And then they spent 2 hours after that brainstorming. They had their biggest sales during that time because they didn't focus on the negative, but focused on the positive. And when I read that, it really made me stop and think because I have a saying it's like you when you're feeling sorry for yourself kind of thing, it's like um you get to you got 10 minutes to do whatever you need to do to get this out of your system. But then after that, you got to give me like 5 to 10 different things that are positive.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not ending it on a negative, but you're ending it on a positive. So that really stood out because it already like went right along with how I do things anyway. So that stood out like really key. And I took he says on I think in the very beginning it's I don't know what that is. It's see it. How did he say it? Because I wrote it down and I have it actually posted at my desk at work. And my boss was asking me about it. Uh, well, shoot, I can't find it at the moment.
That's all right.
But anyway, it's here it is. It says see it, own it, solve it, do it, and that just and that's your above the line thinking.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can see that image or not,
Love it.
but that is like perfect for your thinking because if you're below the line, you're always trying to cover your butt. You're always telling it's somebody else's fault. Just ignoring it and denying it. I do that a lot. It's not my job. Confusion. Tell me what to do, or just wait and see what'll happen. Whereas above the line, you see that there's a problem, you own that there's a problem or that there's a situation, you find the solution for it, and then you just do it. You don't wait for somebody else to help you with it.
Yep.
And I think that's, having a venting partner is fine, but don't leave it there.
Yep.
So that's my takeaway on that.
That's awesome. I really, really loved this book, and it's you guys. It's really short, which is why I chose it because I put it out there so late. I was like, well, this is one that I've been wanting to do, and it's shorter than the others. So I would highly suggest. It's perfect for the time that we are in right now, and it goes right along with what I was saying at the beginning about you guys pushing through and seeing the positive and working through all that. It's on self. What's the word? Self discipline? No. Self accountability. Um, So it is a fantastic book. And that was the above the line. That was my takeaway too. It was like, nope. And yes, it is okay, because it is natural, you guys, for us to be frustrated and be like, this totally sucks and I hate it and I can't and I can't and I can't and I won't and I'm not gonna. But then taking that and being like, oh, okay, done. Now let's build back up. Let's get back above that line and figure out how to get those bookings and make those sales and find those new teammates and all of that. It's like, it's amazing. And it's good for life outside of Pamper Chef too, right? Okay. So the wisdom of Walt. I don't know if you guys know the story of Walt Disney, but in The Wisdom of Oz, they talk about it toward the very end of the book, and how he was fired from his first job for not being creative enough. And then his next job like went under or something because they didn't have enough, whatever, I can't remember exactly. And then he and his brother got together and they created Mickey Mouse, and they started, oh, there she's back. They started all of that. Walt Disney and all of that, and now it's what, it makes $48 billion a year or something like that. So had he given up and had he stayed below the line, he would not have been Walt Disney, right? He would not have been this iconic person that created this amazing thing. So this is Leadership Lessons from the Happiest Place on Earth, Wisdom of Walt. Jeffrey A. Barnes is the author. There it is. I'm going to post this on the team page tomorrow. If I forget, someone remind me. All right, so back office stuff real quick. I know this is, I've done a lot of tutorials and things on a lot of this, but I'm not going to show you those things, like how to create an order. You guys are well into it and you pretty much know how to do that. But what I wanted you to what I wanted you to see is when you choose, can you guys see my screen? Yes, okay. When you choose the home, that is where you will see all of your dashboard and everything, okay? So the monthly focus is here. I highly suggest that on the first day of the month that you go in and you look, because when you do, you will see all kinds of things. They always have a little welcome video and it shows you the date that it was posted. They have a welcome video that tells you about what's happening within the month. And there's a weekly action plan you can see that you can click on, which I'll show you in a second. Things that are featured for the month, offers at a glance, the season's resource guide, which is updated for summer. But so many different things. Focuses on bookings, focus on selling products. It gives you guys this layout for how to promote your business. This is awesome. It's a cute little calendar that shows, which if I click on it, I just want to be able to get back to where I was, that's all. Oh my gosh, my boys are crazy. Okay, I'm clicking on all kinds of things. Can you guys still see my screen? Yeah, okay. So you can see this calendar here. Okay. So it just kind of tells you, reminds you, Cinco de Mayo is the 5th. What can you post? It helps you guys build your business pages too. Post about Mother's Day, post about, Canada's we're part of the Northwest now. Canada's got its own Pampered Chef, but we're doing a lot of things together as a Northwest type of thing. So North America, not Northwest, you guys, North America. My brain is tired today. Memorial Day is coming up, so we can start thinking about like barbecue things. And just because I'm getting ready to change my template, so I'll share that template when I have it all up and going. But in a minute, I'll show you the Plan My Party, and they have a barbecue theme, and I think I'm going to go with that for June and July because fun. I might start it for my parties on the 28th since they'll be closing in June, and Memorial Day and all of that. I don't think I'm brave enough to get it done by the 21st, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. But Memorial Day is coming. celebrating things. Like, it just, you guys, it gives you everything. It's so amazing. If you guys do not use this, I highly suggest you check it out. I'm gonna go out of there. Oh, crud. I just stopped sharing. Doggone. Let me go back. Sorry. Because I have this little bar that comes up and it pops down sometimes. Okay, so just a bunch of different stuff. Have you guys looked at the blog that they have ever? Yes or no? Yes. I take articles from this blog all the time and I post them on my business page, or I will post them in my parties when somebody wants to know something and I'm like, oh, that was on the blog. You can go and you can search for things in there too, you guys, and you can find articles. It's so great. And I find posts for my parties through the blog, and I just kind of copy, paste, share some things, add some pictures to it. Boom. Super easy ways to find posts for your parties. They're talking about Instagram. I know they are working a pilot program right now, which I know Jenny is super excited about working with Instagram. I'm still new to Instagram. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm excited for that. Kelly Mello, I don't know if you guys know who she is. She is in our Turner organization, but she has her own. She's just qualified month 1 of executive director, which Stacy just did too. But she is way into, she does trainings on like creating your brand and things like that. And she is way highly involved in Instagram, and she is one of the pilot people for Instagram selling right now. So the monthly focus, totally awesome. And the Stir, you can get to the Stir news right over here. And that updates every day. So, right, 4,000 additional seats for national conference. Is Audrey still on? I'm not seeing her little, she may have had to go. But who is registered for conference? Raise your hand. Yes. Rebecca, did you get registered? Oh, good. I was going to say. Deidre, did you get registered for conference? No? Okay. They have 4,000 more seats for, it's $40. I mean, I don't know how many they have now, but this was just updated yesterday, it looks like. It doesn't come with the swag, but you still have access to the trainings if that's something. And then you click more and it tells you more about it. These girls right here, you guys, this is Cami. Her name's Cami. Crap, I just forgot her last name. Cami Cruz. And she was the one who, I think she started the, sorry, my brain is so tired. She's the one that started the block parties. And it was like such a huge thing when she sold $16,000 in sales in one, or had $16,000 in personal sales in 1 month. That was like huge. Now we have Jody, who's, you know, has $36,000 in personal sales. I have not read this yet. It is on my list to do, but these two girls, this is Stacy Itzel. She is one of our national executive directors, which is the top of the top that you can get in Pampered Chef. So I'm curious, has anybody read this article yet? No? Okay, I'm just curious as to know what their sales records were, if they broke their personal sales. Let's see, they have recognition things, reasons to recruit in May. This will talk about our rebate that we have, the kit rebate, and just, you know, and it's dated, right? So you can go back and you can be like, oh shoot, I left off on the 8th. Now there are all these new ones. So check it daily if you want, or once a week. And then this is the weekly action plan. It lays it out for you for the week. So Sunday nights, I like to click on this so that I know what to look forward to or what I need to plan for the upcoming week. Okay. So that's part of that. Hey, buddy. Okay. But now here's the, well, before I get to that, I'm going to wait for all of that for a second. Has anybody used the explore function? Explore. And all of these, so there's more on registration there. This is where you can find out what the promotions are for the month. You can find the incentive trip tracker, so you can find out how many trip points you have. Has anybody checked this out yet? Trip tracker? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you guys for those of you who haven't, okay? Who knows where our trips are that we're earning this year? Bahamas and the Caribbean cruises for 2021. So there are videos that there's a video that you can watch somewhere, I think. And there are other things, executive incentive trips. So if you're an executive director or above by a certain day, then you get to earn that. Trip to Alaska. This is the Disney one. It's different. Okay, so if you click track my progress, if you click see details, you can watch the video, and it's pretty cool. Sterling and I watch it regularly. So these are where my points are right here, you guys. Okay, we are in the beginning of May. I have almost earned level 2. I think that by the end of June, by the end of July, I will have earned this guy right here. And I should have, I'm really going for level 2 elite. I haven't earned a trip with Pampered Chef yet before, you guys, and I really would love to earn level 2 elite. So how do I do that? 4 parties a week because sales are a big piece. Adding teammates, because when your teammates qualify, which is $12.50 in sales in their first, right now it's 60 days, but typically it's their first 30 days, which of course we're still going for, you get 3,000 trip points for that. And down here it kind of tells you, so here are my total points, here are my sales, and it breaks it down for you. So these are my sales currently for May that I've submitted. There's my April, February, January, whatever, all the things, March, all of that. Oh, and you can see where my sales increased. See, from January when I wasn't doing 4 parties a month, and then when I started doing it, or 4 parties a week, that huge jump. Recruiting. So as you get qualified, new qualified teammates, you earn 3,000 trip points. So as they qualify, they'll pop up in here for those extra points. And then developing directors. So as you start adding teammates and they become directors, you get a certain amount, I can't remember what it is, a certain amount of points. And they recognize you for being paid as a certain level, starting with team leader. So when you are paid as a team leader, you get 500 trip points. When you're a director, you get 1,000 trip points. When you're an advanced director, it's 1,500. So every time you're paid as a team leader or above, you get bonus points. So again, another way that growing your team helps. So super excited about the trip earning potential. Who wants to earn a cruise? Yeah. Woo. Oh, Lori. Raise your hand, Lori. You want to go on a cruise? Come on. Okay. So then marketing imagery is where I wanted to show you. How many of you are creating your own templates? You have your own templates. Raise your hand. Okay. Yeah. So I always share one on our new consultant guide, which I have my COVID one on there right now. Everybody's welcome to use it. Of course, you have to update it, right? Because it has all my stuff, or you have to change the words or whatever. But this plan a party, I really looked at it closely today because I was helping Maddie, one of our teammates, out with template stuff. And I've looked at it before and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to print this out and write it out and then type it out. That's ridiculous. But I was like, no. Today when I was looking at it, I was like, don't. Work smarter, not harder, which I'm really good at making things harder than they have to be. So for virtual parties, they have this awesome guide. How many of you have used this Plan My Party? Yeah? Okay. See, here's the thing. You guys all started with this beast. When I started, we didn't have Dash and we didn't have all this awesomeness that's here. They had something that was similar, but it was not like this. So basically, this is telling you, like this, before the party, what to do, and then a party kickoff. This is kind of like your pre-party, I would imagine. So when I do my new template, I'm going to be using this, trying it out. Of course, I'll use some of the same stuff that I already do. Oh yeah, Lori, see, Lori has hers and she's got it all written out and stuff. Amazing. So I will be printing this and I'll be using it as a guide to creating my new templates. Party day 1, topic, recipe, theme, whatever you're going to do. Day 2, same thing. Like, how awesome and amazing is that? I am really excited about that. Oh, wait, don't hit stop share again, you dingus. Okay. That, okay. And then here, it lines up for you for that party setup and kickoff. It gives you cover images, kickoff stuff, games to do during the party. It has all of these options. When you click on recruiting, it gives you images to use. Gives you all kinds of things. It gives you videos, which was one thing that I learned in that fast track series tonight, was to add in recruiting videos. Why not? Instead of just using my own self. All right. And then, okay. Thank you, images are here, wrap up stuff, customizing the party. Right now they've got featured pantry cooking and cooking with kids. I am going to be working on this backyard fun one. I think that would be awesome. It is my goal to have one male host each month in the months of June, July, and August. I was supposed to have a live cooking party, a barbecue party in Eastern Oregon in June, and that's not going to happen now because of all of this stuff, which I'm sad. But how much fun is backyard fun going to be? Look at these things. I was just clicked in it and was looking at it today. And they have a guide too here, you guys, if you haven't seen this before. Oh, I can't. Can I make it bigger? Oh, I don't think I can make it bigger. Anyway, so it talks about, it tells you like the recipe that you can use and the different tools for it and all the different recipes, some sweet treats to go with it, some summertime tips. Those are all drinks. That's awesome. For those of us who aren't drinkers, that's funny. But of course, mocktails, we can always do mocktails. Oh, I see people that's where it is. Chat. Sorry, I'm missing chats. The s'mores recipe dip is awesome. I know, I can't wait to do that in the little mini ones. I bet you can make a really ginormous one for a big party too, huh? Just triple or quadruple the recipe. That is awesome, Amy Lynn. All right. Oh, Audrey did say she had to go. Okay, that's fine. She can watch this later. But anyway, this is a really great, now I don't know how to get out of here. A great thing for learning more about products, for finding images if you're not finding them in marketing imagery as easily, whatever, but planning your parties. I am really excited to use it because I haven't yet. Then one other thing I wanted to make sure you guys knew, because I'm getting questions about it, is finding images. There are a lot of different subjects here and things to go through. I always search. So if I'm looking for a rock crock recipe, I know there's a recipe section, but I just go to rock crock. If I can spell it, I don't even know. I think I spelled that wrong. But oh, I didn't. Okay. And then you can find your images here. There are blank images, so you can use Canva or Over or WordSwag to, you know, be creative on your image. I use some of these for my save the dates that I have my hosts send, or for my banners. But if you click over here, just images, it will give you just the images. It won't do videos. It won't do any of that. But if you want a video, then you just click video, and it'll give you the rock crock video, which I'm gonna use this because, have you guys seen, it's like Cold Stone. You can do Cold Stone ice cream. Ooh, that's fun. With my puff waffle pan and my waffle cones, and that's what I'm gonna do, something fun. Maybe a graduation party for my seniors. Anyway, if you're looking for flyers that you wanna print out, or for our, this is a meal planning packet, which is really cool. Have you guys seen that? I encourage you guys to look at that. It's really awesome. A meal so if you want to do like a pantry party, you can use that. Or if you want to do a meal planning, whatever, you can meal planning party, you can use that too. And you can send it to everybody, that packet at the end of the party. That's fun. All right. So searching is my friend. I tend to do that a lot because otherwise it wastes my time. I'm a time waster because I want to look at every single thing and I'm wasting time, which I'm really good at. All right. The next thing I wanted to show you was how to find your commission. Everybody's wondering, how do I find out how much commission I'm making, or where to see your sales and where to see certain things in that back office part. So if you're on the home page, one way to real quick see, this is updated sooner than the reports and tracking that I'm going to show you in a minute. So this takes, and it depends, you guys, all of the tracking and the reports take longer the very end of the month, the very beginning of the month, because they're trying to wrap things up, tie things up. Like the 7th is the day, you know, and they say that by the 10th, they have things really locked in. Yes, Amy Lynn, there's scripts that you can use as well in the different parties. Yes, Jenny, thank you. There are in there was that overview thing that oh, that's what I didn't show. Thank you. Let me go back and show that real quick. And yes, Amy Lynn, look at our team sales, you guys. That even updated today, and I haven't submitted anything. So that's all you. Way to go. Where was I? Oh yeah. Oh no. Is that right? Oh yeah, plan my party. Thank you, Jenny, for telling me that, because that's what I wanted to show them in this virtual part, right? Is that where you find it? Is that where the scripts are? No? Okay, I'm in the wrong place. I saw it.
So if you go into plan my party,
Okay.
scroll down. Now click on come back up a little bit.
Oh, the party themes?
Yes. So if you click on fast and fresh or one of those ones through there, there's a PDF that you can pull up and it actually gives you a script.
Perfect. Right here. The Facebook script.
Yeah.
Why? They must
Yep.
not have had that in the backyard one. That's why I didn't see it.
Well, I think these are in the old parties more than the newer ones, because I noticed in some of the newer ones it goes more towards what you showed before.
Okay.
But this gives you exactly what you can say about which power tools to use, which supportive tools to use, and a recipe. So you get, in some of them you'll get your first one will be a theme part of it, of what you're doing. And if you're doing prep, it'll be that theme that you're going to work on for that particular day. And then you get the power tool, and then you get the supporting tools, and then you get a recipe. If there's videos to go with it, it'll give you the video link in there.
Yeah.
And then it also gives you an optional one. So if you didn't want to use that particular one, you could use a different one. So it gives you 2 options for every single theme for a 5-day party.
Yes, that's what I used to use. That's what they had in the old system.
Yes.
So why is it's not showing here? Maybe it's in a different.
It might be a different one.
Yeah.
I don't remember which ones I have it in, but I just remember I found that and it made it for me. It made it so much easier to plan a party when I didn't really understand what I was doing to begin with.
Yeah.
And when I was able to use that to plan my party, then now I'm able to start tweaking it to be more me.
Yeah.
And that made a huge difference.
Totally.
Sometimes you have to go into the second or third page of it to find it.
Here it is.
Right there where it says words to use.
Words to use. So when you click in those different ones, they're the older ones. One pot meals, quick fix meals, weeknight something, meal prep, they will have that. And this is what she's talking about. Yep, it's awesome. Whoa. Oh, it's a little bit too big. Okay. Son of a gun, you guys. Kidding me? Okay, so here's an optional story. So up here, this is a great option for like a starter, like when you present what your theme of the party is going to be. This is really great. And then here's I love this recipe, so I always do this one, the salsa chicken lettuce wraps, because it's super easy and I can do it on a live. It's really great. And it tells you the power tool, and here's the video, the YouTube link, but remember, we're going to be embedding videos from our personal pages, and then all the supporting tools. That's what she was talking about. And it gives you words to say. This is what I made a lot of my templates from. Yeah, so all right, perfect. Thank you for reminding me about that, Jenny, because I did not see it in that one, and that's because it's a newer template. That's probably why. Okay. So when you click on your submitted sales, this is just a real quick way to see. Of course, I have everybody here, right? Because that's what I get. When you click on your, oh, actually, maybe it's the sales part. When you click on your sales, it'll outline your parties for you. So, I mean, it doesn't tell you who the party was, but it shows when you submitted them. This guy here and this one down here, those are subscriptions for Enrichables, and they just automatically add to my list, which is cool. And then these are my party sales. And you see, you guys, I have big ones and I have small ones, just like everybody else. Everybody has those. So, but it makes it nice when you have, I submitted these all last week, and it makes it really nice when you have 4, because you can have a big one that helps offset the smaller ones or the ones that don't qualify, right? Okay. Somebody else is chatting. What are we saying here? Yeah. Thank you, Amy Lynn. Yeah, the O and the C is online catalog, online order. And then this is a catalog party. All of our parties, for the most part, come up as catalog, even if they're virtual parties. So this is online order. Then the next thing is, you guys all know that you can, if you just hit if you hit home, you don't have these options down here. But if you are in my parties and orders, you do, and you can grab your order link for the party. You can copy it straight from here, right? Or you can connect a wedding registry or a wish list, or you can view the party orders from here. So just in case somebody didn't know that. Then reports and tracking is where you really can see a lot of things, okay? So you'll reports and tracking, and then consultant connection summary. And then this is where you see all sorts of different things. If you click performance details at the bottom, this is the big view. Okay, actually I can show you guys now because I'm here what my stuff is. So this right now, for the current month, you can change it to the previous month or the current month. For the current month right now, for what I have submitted, now this is year to date, so ignore that. I don't even know. Oh, that's the commission I've made so far this year. And this is where my career sales are. That's exciting. So my commission right now, if I were to be done submitting parties before the 15th, would be $829. Although I don't know, we don't get our overrides and our activity bonuses as directors until the very end of the month. So, oh, that's why. Okay, it's showing. So this is what my commission check will be. And then these aren't added to that. I see. I'm learning how to read these too, you guys, so just bear with me. But right now, this is what my commission check will be on the 15th if I don't submit anything else. And then if I go to the previous month, this is where I can show you. This is where my commission would be. My overrides were $676. That was for all the hard work that you guys did. Pampered Chef paid me for helping you guys. And then I get $100 activity bonus. You get $10 for every active teammate that we have, and we had 10, which was amazing. I think that's the highest we've had. And then so that made my total commission go from 1908 to 2685. So that was how my pay worked itself out. And then down at the bottom, it'll tell you how you were paid, what you were paid as. So the D means director. It would be AD for advanced, SD for senior, an SC for senior consultant, or a TL for team leader. Once you guys hit there, but and that is the performance details, which is at the very bottom here. Okay. Title requirements. I very rarely click on that because I'm not exactly sure. So this tells you about elite. So if you have $6,000 in personal sales in the current month of a 12-month rolling period, and you have a total of $75,000 in personal sales in a 12-month period, you are considered an elite seller, which automatically gives you a pay increase as if you were a director, if that makes sense. That's a lot, but you can view the career plan chart right from here if you're curious. So that's that piece. But right here is where everybody is pretty much going to want to go. The performance tracker tab. And this is where you guys will see, you guys can see everybody's commission. I apologize if anybody's sensitive to that, but I apologize. So these are my sales. This is what my commission check's looking like. I'm making 26% commission just on my personal sales. This is not including, so look, you can hover over the commission and it tells you. So because I've hit the 3,000 mark, I'm between the 25 and the 39.99, and I'm making 24%, but because I have my 15% or my 15,000 in career sales, I get that 2% bump, which is permanent. Once your base rate increases 2% automatically once you've hit that 15,000 in career sales. So that's what I'm making on my parties. And again, like I said, all of the overrides and everything that comes on my check that I get on the 7th. So this is not including my 3% director commission. It's only the commission for the sales I've submitted so far. So you guys can see what your commissions are. I don't know if anybody else wants anybody to see, but if you want to, you can see what you're looking at so far. So there's that. And then if you click on, okay, you guys can see down here, it tells you what your 60 and 120 day for those of you who are newer, but what your 30 and 60 days are. It shows you how many shows you currently have submitted right here. And then over here, it shows you how many bookings you have. I highly suggest when you book parties that you guys go right on in and schedule it, or you go in and when you're doing it through a party, that you go in and you schedule it through the party right away, because that will help you know how many bookings you have coming. Like me, I have more than 2 bookings, but it may have been off of these 4, but I have more and I just haven't scheduled them yet. But it's a good practice to get into to do that. And then order history, that shows you what parties you've submitted and the host's name. And these are my orders, my online orders. These were the subscriptions. And then how many orders you had in each of those parties, and when you submitted them, and when they were received at home office. Okay, so that helps with tracking. So there's that piece. And then, does anybody have any questions about that part? No. Let's see. Oh crap, did I stop sharing again? Did I hit stop sharing again? Oh my goodness, you guys. Now I'm not going to be able to find my Zoom. Oh, there you are. All right, last one I wanted to show because I've had questions about how to find tracking and back orders and stuff, and I just found this out the other day. So, oh wait, it says, oh, recording. No, I want to keep recording. I hope I'm recording still. Jeez Louise. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. There are two different ways to find shipping. Okay. The quick way is to go to parties and orders and click on a truck or a basket, I guess. So this one of these down here, I'm curious on this one. This was Amber. She's one of our newer teammates. So if you click on the truck, it tells you right here that it hasn't shipped yet. Okay, which we're supposed to be getting emails too about shipping, right? So, and her party was was submitted the 23rd. Is that a receipt column? Or is that the date of, oh, that was the date of the party, maybe. I can't remember. So we go, hers just shipped. So I'll do Jessica's real quick. So there you have your shipping links right here. So of course this is the host. So for the most part, it tells you if they shipped to guest or shipped to host. So that helps me know what kind of a message I'm sending to let them know that it's shipped. But if you click on it, it tells you, it pulls up the FedEx screen, and then you can just copy the FedEx link and give them their tracking info. And the other way to check it, which is kind of a more, what's the word I'm trying to find? It's a more detailed look at it, is to go into reports and tracking, track shipments. And here you can see all of these. So, let's see. So this party was received right here. This party was received on the 22nd of April. It shipped on May 4th. And then right here, do you guys see this that says B1? Anytime you have something back ordered, it's going to show at the very end of the party, and it's going to have a B or a C, they told me. I don't know what a B or C stands for, but this one, and then it shows that it was submitted this date, but it shipped on the 11th, and then this is the tracking number for that item. The only thing I don't like about that, okay, so you get an email. You get an email that says that something's back ordered from a party that recently shipped, and then you get an email when it's been shipped too. So that's kind of how I know who it's going to, or I just kind of, I look and see in my email what it was and what was back ordered and whatever. In this case, these are the leak-proof containers because that's what my email said. So Rebecca, your leak-proof containers may have shipped yesterday. But you probably already found that out. So I'm looking for other back ordered ones, but I don't think I have any others that have shipped yet. So that's how you know. Now I'm looking at trying to find, okay, and these are all of my parties. These are all of my parties that have been received, but they haven't shipped yet. Okay, submitted on the 29th. And submitted on the 5th. So none of these have shipped yet. So that's where you'll be able to know if you use this view where things are. And then of course, if you just click on it, it tells you, it just pops up the FedEx link, and you can just, this is what I do when I let them know that it's shipped. It was delivered. So anyway, up here, it gives me the actual tracking number. It just says FedEx track, and then it has this number, but because it's been delivered, I don't need it anyway. So, all right. So any questions on any of that? That was a lot. I apologize. And look, it's 8:20. I already went way over. You guys are really awesome. Don't tell anybody that my meetings are an hour and a half long, okay? I'm going to stop sharing now so I can see your faces. Any questions on any of that? No? Okay. Rebecca's like, freaking let me go to bed, dang it. It's 10:30. Good night. So there it was. It's going to take about an hour for this long old thing to download to my computer, probably. Well, you know, what do you do? I had a lot that I needed to share. I probably could have not shared all the inspiration thing at the beginning, but I thought that was important. Okay, so no questions. Nobody. None. Okay, well, I love y'all and keep rocking your businesses. Who still has parties that they're getting ready to submit before the 15th? I know Sally does. Yes. No, none for Jenny, none for Lori. Okay, cool. I know I have 3 that I need to submit tonight. You have 1, Amy Lynn?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's supposed to close tomorrow, I think, but I just realized that I didn't put day 4's posts in today.
How does that happen?
I was doing it daily, and last night before bed, I host coached, but forgot to post my party up to do day 4. Oops,
Okay.
not
All right.
perfect. Anybody can do this business.
That's right. Certainly anyone can. Rebecca has one that she's getting ready to close. I know Sally has at least one. She has some that started this week too, I believe. Right? Oh no, hers is running this week. She has some starting.
I have one starting tomorrow.
Yay!
I have 2.
I have 3 closing on Sunday,
3 closing on Sunday. What day is that?
17th.
Okay, so none before the 15th, but you're rocking starting right after the 15th. Amazing.
Yep. And while we were sitting here, I just booked another party. So
Woo! Exciting.
I have one for next week, though. Nobody wants to book for next week. So if I don't get any bookings by Sunday for next week, I'm going to use next week to plan out some parties.
There you go.
And then I'll have like a whole crap load of them the following week.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Oh, look at that little baby.
We love babies.
Hi, dude. Oh my gosh.
What a cutie.
Thank you. It's not quite, it's a little small to be walking, but he's walking.
It looks like he's walking.
Yeah.
He is. He's only 10 months old, though.
Babies that are
That was when my niece started walking, was at 10 months old.
Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, so Sally, how's your party going? Your next party.
Good. I'm about ready to close it out.
She ran it like a boss by herself. Guys, I seriously peeked in a couple times and I was like, I'm good. And you did fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Super excited to shout you out when that thing closes because that's
Cool.
awesome. All right, if nobody has anything else for me, I'm going to go ahead and head off and go eat some dinner. What? Oh no. What? Rebecca? Is she just saying
I was
bye?
gonna say you ran my battery down to 15%.
I'm really good at running people's batteries. Worse than one, I'm telling you. All right. Well, thank you for hanging in there with me. I hope you guys learned about some more of the back office. So that's good. All right. I will chat with y'all later.
Bye.